Hi everybody, Laura here. So glad you're joining me today. I hope you're having a wonderful day. If you're not having a wonderful day, well, maybe this video can cheer you up. I'll try to crack a joke here and there, and maybe I'll put a smile on your face. So we're starting with a colorful background. I don't know if you're like me, but color always cheers me up, especially these colors. These are like my favorite, and I know I say that every card. I say this is my favorite color, but today these are my favorites. Twisted Citron, Cracked Pistachio, Mermaid Lagoon, and Blueprint Sketch. And I'm doing a little ink blending on a panel of Tim Holtz watercolor cardstock. So I'm starting the ink blending, if you've noticed, in the center of my card. This can be a little tricky, going for a soft, subtle background. And what you have to do is when you ink up your sponge, you got to tap it off onto the side, whether it be on some scratch paper or I'm just tapping it on my craft mat. And you got to go with a light hand, light ink, and by the end of it, you should be in a full sweat. I'm joking, but seriously, I do sometimes break out in a sweat when I do ink blending. So now what I'm doing is flicking on some little flicks of water droplets. I love the reaction you get with the Distress inks on watercolor cardstock. I'm going for kind of a soft, dreamy, little bit yummy background. So since I'm loving that flicking look, I thought I'd kick it up a notch. I've got some little tubes of Winsor & Newton watercolor. I have white and black, and but you could use any watercolors you have, whatever brand. You could even use acrylic paints work as well, whatever is closest to you, because remember, I've already exerted enough energy on my ink blending. So I just reach for the tube because it was right there. That's how I think. That is my process. I work with whatever is closest to me. So while that dries, I'm moving on to the flower. This is the Bright Blossom flower die by Simon Says Stamp. I went ahead, die cut 5 of these, and I stack them up. I adhere them together to make it nice and thick. I like to use the spray adhesive, but if you don't feel comfortable with spray adhesive, you can use Tombow Mono or Glossy Accents or whatever you like to use. I just kind of like the spray because it seems quick and easy. I have a scrap box that I always keep on hand that I do my spraying in, and it kind of contains it for the most part. And then for the sentiment, I've got this gorgeous Believe word die cut. I love this handwritten look that Christina Werner designed, and it also has the outline of the word. I did that in black. And then I layered up that Believe word die, like I did 5 of those, stacked them together, make it nice and thick and dimensional. Really makes it pop on your card. The more dimension you can have, the more interest you have, at least for me anyway. Now, let us not forget, we can never forget the tittle, can we? We've had conversations about tittles before. You know what the tittle is, right? It's the dot on the I. So I had 5 of those little tittles sitting around, and I'd hear those, stacked them up with my Glossy Accents. And now I'm going to stamp. My background's all dry. I've got my Misty here, and I'm stamping a coordinating sentiment from that goes with that Believe word die. There's a coordinating stamp set. So when I was looking through the stamp set to pick a sentiment and I saw this one, I was like, hot diggity dog, this is perfect. When you put the Believe on top of it, it's going to say Believe in the kindness of others. And I thought, how timely is this? I just needed this today. The state of the world, emotions are running high and opinions are so loud. And sometimes you got to take a step back and just believe in the kindness of others, because there really is a lot of good out there, especially card making. Those are my favorite peeps right there. And so this card's finished. I added a few crystal reflection sequins. Just adds a little blingity bling, you know what I mean? And that's all there is to it. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time.